Vinyl community love train time once again. I've decided that I think I'm going to do my my VCLT videos, any VCLT videos that I make, and I'm going to do them all in the vinyl community t-shirt. If by some chance you'd like to know where to get your own vinyl community t-shirt, I will put a link below the video that will tell you where to get them, because they're very cool. They're very high quality, hand screen printed vinyl community. Are you in it? So this time I'd like to thank someone named Hunter, whose screen name is AcidTicket9. Hunter got in touch with me and mentioned that he made a CD of his own music and wanted to know if I would be interested in hearing it. And of course I'm always open to new things, so I said yes, definitely. And so then he's, you know, a little bit of time went by, and then he sent the package. And because he said he was sending a CD or CDs, I was kind of expecting a little padded envelope kind of thing. And imagine my surprise when I went to the post office and picked this up. So I figured at that point that that was either a really, really well-packed CD, or there were a few extras in there from Hunter. So complete with a plethora of packing peanuts. Always a joy for the cat, for sure. Packed in here, and I did open this already. I'm not going to do an opening online here. I did open this already. Packed in there was the CD that Hunter said he was sending. He also included a fairly lengthy letter here, talking about himself and the music, and then several pages of influences for his music. Here's what he says. I'm 16 years old. I play the bass, drums, piano, and more. The album is called Crescenteron. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Crescenteron. I recorded it in about 6 days. It's all improvised with no overdubs. So anyway, he goes on to talk about some other things. He says he was studied classical music and was classically trained. And then he goes on to talk about some of the influences that he's got here. All kinds of people in the influences. I mean, the list starts off with Acid Mother's Temple and Frank Zappa and Steve Howe. It goes on, Sonic Youth, Chick Corea. There's all kinds of Wes Montgomery, Fish, Yes, Brian Eno, Osric Tentacles. I mean, it's all over the place. Hunter, I got to tell you, man, if you ever decide to do VC videos, if you ever decide to get involved with the vinyl community in terms of making your own videos and joining us here, based on that list of influences, you will fit right in. I'll tell you that. So yeah, anyway, very cool. There's certainly a lot of music here that I'm not even familiar with, and the ones that I am, it's kind of impressive list of influences. Probably equally impressive, and I don't mean to single you out for your age or anything like that, but probably equally impressive is to see this kind of a list and this much depth and breadth in influences when you're only 16 years old. I was really into music when I was 16 years old, but I'm not sure that I had that kind of depth. So more power to you, man. Definitely. There's some cool stuff on here. Definitely some cool stuff on here. I'm not going to read off the whole list here because it's 3 pages long, and some of those pages are double columned, but Hunter's all over the place in terms of taste. So the CD, I think he mentions it here, he created it, it's a one of a one, so it's a one-of-a-kind thing. He makes all of his CDs differently. This one is made from a recycled shoebox. So, kind of a cool idea there. These things sort of flap open. So. Anyway, I have listened to a little bit of this. I have to apologize because, in particular to Hunter, because this whole package arrived at least a week ago, and I've been swamped, more so than usual. I'm a teacher,
and last week was finals week. And so I spent all kinds of time prior to that creating finals and putting the last minute touches, getting classes wrapped up and that sort of thing, and then this week giving finals, last week I guess I should say, giving final exams, and then grading and grading and grading. So I haven't had any time. I apologize to the other folks in the VC because I really haven't had a lot of time to respond to messages. I haven't had a lot of time to comment on people's videos, that sort of thing. But hopefully things will start evening up a little bit more now, and I'll have a little bit more time. Anyway, so thank you for this. I did manage to listen to the first disc, and I really liked what I was hearing. I don't know how much the other discs start to vary from that, but I will definitely give them a listen as well. It's kind of spacey, sometimes ambient. There were times that I was reminded of Tangerine Dream. That would be too limiting, though, to just say Tangerine Dream. But I'm enjoying what I'm hearing so far, and will continue to dive into this. The reason that the box was so gigantic is because, in addition to the CD that Hunter sent, he sent a few albums. I think he mentions in the letter that these were albums that he had picked up, but they weren't really doing that much for him, so he figured he'd send them along to me. So thank you, Hunter. I appreciate that. One of them is Renaissance, Azure Dior. I just butchered that. I can say it in my head the right way, but I can't say it vocally the right way. Anyway, a Renaissance album, 1979. Good to see that. I am familiar with Renaissance. I have several Renaissance albums, but don't have that one, so thank you very much. Jules and the Polar Bears, Got No Breeding. And I believe this is Jules Shear. I have a Jules Shear solo record, and then I have another record by Jules and the Polar Bears. I have to admit that I haven't listened to either one of them yet. I picked them up at a flea market, and they're still in the bin of things to get to. So this will be a nice little addition to that. I don't really know much about the band, but certainly if it is Jules Shear, I've heard of him. Crack the Sky. This is, what's the name of this album? Animal Notes. Oh, it says right there. Crack the Sky's Animal Notes. Also mid to late 70s. 76 it looks like. Marginally familiar with Crack the Sky. I don't have anything by them, but I'm marginally familiar. I think I've heard a couple tunes by them. The rest of this pile, the rest of the other 4 albums in here, I know nothing about. So it'd be kind of nice experiments here. Kenny Rankin. And this is called Silver Morning. Pretty cool album art there. But I don't know much about the music. Looks very 70s. So we'll have to check that out. I like experiments like that. This one's called The Stray Away Child, from Jerry Reed Smith and Tom Fellenbaum. And apparently Jerry and Tom are, they build and play hammer dulcimers, which is what that is. And some pictures on the back here of them playing and building the hammer dulcimers. So definitely, you know, kind of expecting a down-home vibe on this. There are instruments listed: hammered dulcimers, guitar, bouzouki, Irish flute, whistle, bodhran, fiddle, slide dobro. So kind of a folky feel to this, maybe even with a bit of an Irish or Celtic twist to it. I'll give it a try. It's I like that kind of stuff, so I'm very interested to hear what this sounds like. Song of the Wood Music. Looks like it's the label. Jean-Pierre Rampal. Solo for flute and jazz piano. So Jean-Pierre Rampal is the flutist, and Claude Bolling is the pianist and the composer, apparently. That'll be an interesting listen. And, oh, there's a piano. and a flute in bed together. And the flute just got done smoking a cigarette, or is smoking a cigarette. And then finally, Ferday Groff conducts his orchestra, Grand Canyon Suite, Death Valley Suite, Capitol Symphony Orchestra. So, some nice little experiments there, tossed in for good measure. I appreciate that, Hunter. I definitely appreciate the CD as well. I'm going to spend some time with this, get comfortable with it. Nice job, not only on the packaging, but on the music so far that I've heard. And definitely, you know, consider joining us at some point on the vinyl community as more than just someone who's watching and commenting, because like I said, with this kind of list of influences, you would fit right in. You definitely fit right in. So thank you to you, and to the rest of the folks in the VC, thank you for watching, and take care of yourselves, and I will catch you around on YouTube.